10 years old, and I'm in 5th grade heading into 6th grade. I worked on this project that I called my Tkinter cookie clicker project. This project is essentially what it seems. You click this cookie to gather more cookies. It's based on an app for the mobile devices and the computer. So this is it right here. If you click on it, it goes up. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then here's the code for it. It was a very complicated code. This line of code right here, the very first, I use this library called Tkinter, which is also in the name of it. So this line right here means import. It imports the library used to create this as TK. So this count is 0. The count equals 0 is because down here, global count, if count equals 100, that means, well, if count is less than 100, then it can keep going. But I put a limit as 100 just to, but if I shorten this down and then rerun it, oh gosh, see, you can only go as high as 10, and even if I keep clicking, it won't go higher. So, change that back to 100. And so that the count is, it starts as 0. That's basically what it means. So this root.wm underscore title and then cookie clicker in parentheses basically gives this its name right here, cookie clicker. So all this right here, canvas equals tk.canvas root. All this creates the canvas itself. So it has a width of 1,000 pixels and a height of 1,000 pixels. And this creates a background of light blue. And this part right here, this creates an oval. Now, you might say, why does that create an oval even though it's a circle? Well, we figured out if you do an oval in the coordinates of a square, it'll actually become a circle. So I used that, and I did fill tan, because if we did brown, then it would do this reddish color, and that did not look good, so I changed it back to tan. Especially because it's supposed to be brown in the first place. And then the 3 chocolate chips are right here. They're created right here. The reason they're also created as a variable is because, you see, I used copy and paste with this command to make them right here, because all I had to do was change the coordinates. So what I did was I used that, and it was still this right here. This was still it. So when I would click on it, it would only let me click on this right here. So I changed it to chocolate because they're chocolate chips. So these right here, it says blue, 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 black, black, black. These are all details, which are these little lines right here. And then the final line right here was that line right above this right here. And here's where we get to all the interesting parts. So as I talked about, this limits it to 100. This global defines the count. canvas.create rectangle. You see, if we show you here, we had a problem, a technical difficulty, where it would, when we created this would overwrite itself. So it would be 1, 2 over the 1, and then the 3 over the 2 over the 1. So what we did was we created a blue rectangle outlined light blue to fit the background and filled with light blue to fit the background. And we did the coordinates just around where the text would be, which is created right here. So every time you click, these two go on top of each other at the same time. You can't even tell. So this is canvas chords. This was an attempt to create an animation on it, but it didn't work. This canvas.tag bind cookie button is creating the button right here, which made it possible to actually click this right here. So, and then this is TK main loop, which basically loops it around and updates it every time there's a change in the code. And that's my whole project.
Does anyone have any questions?
How do you reset the count back to 0?
It's pretty simple. So all you would do is get rid of this, go back to your code, press F5.
So it starts it over?
Yeah.
From the beginning?
Or you wouldn't even have to get rid of it. If you were able to access the other code, you just press F5 and it would run again. But yeah, that's how you restart it. Any other questions?
What programming language did you use?
Python. One more question.